Good afternoon everyone, I'm still in Athens and I've just stopped to eat some falafels at this place called Just Falafel. It's in the centre somewhere near here, and I went for a chef's choice, whatever that may be. The place is actually called Just Falafels. It's just on the street. I'll put a link in the description. But I was actually walking around trying to find something to eat, and I happened to stumble upon this I'm not sure what it's like in Athens. I walked up to this street, which looked pretty normal, shopping street, but then you go one street back, and it's just completely abandoned. It looks abandoned, covered in graffiti. It must be a state of the economy or something. But anyway, I want to try my falafel out. It's just getting cold. Let's give it a go. That's pretty amazing, if I'm honest.
Yeah, go there.
Not the best falafel I've had, but it's well up there in the top 5, that's for sure. So the plan after this, I'll show you guys what I mean by the contrast between the shopping streets and it's literally just one street back. It's totally abandoned. I'll show you that. And then I was going to go to this arty district, although to be honest the whole of Athens looks like an arty district because there's that much graffiti everywhere. Most of it not particularly good. And then I think maybe in the evening I might catch some dinner or something. There's not really much in the way of nightlife or anything for obvious reasons because of the whole corona thing. I was going to go to the Acropolis and there's Acropolis Museum, but I was looking at I've been here before, a long time ago, and I only went to the Acropolis, and the ticket price has gone up from free for students to 10 euros. I was not up for that. That's not something I want to do particularly, to be honest. 10 euros seems a lot to go and see a bunch of ruins. I don't mind seeing some ruins, but that to me, I've been there before, it wasn't particularly interesting. I don't really want to go back. Not only that, but it's 37, 38 degrees and it's sunny and it's hot. I don't really want to climb up there. I don't want to climb up there, or maybe we can go up there and it'd just be hot and unpleasant. I have made my own route plan though. I booked flights, actually more flights. I can't stop flying. After this, in a couple of days time, I'll go to I'll fly to Rome. I want to see Rome without tourists as well. I'll spend about 2-3 days there, and then I'll actually take the train down to Naples. I need to get from Naples back to Milan, where I parked my car. Then there's not many options. The train is ridiculously expensive from Rome to Milan, you know. It was 70, 80 euros. So I was like, that's not worth it. So instead, I decided to increase my carbon emissions. My car is actually parked at Milan Airport. So what I will do is I will take the train from Milan to Naples. I paid 35 euros for that. And then from Naples I'll fly back to Milan. And that was another 35 euros. So I get to go to Naples like for the same price. I haven't got a time restriction anyway. I'm pretty chilled out when it comes to spending time. So after I go to I'll take the flight to Milan, and my car is actually parked at Malpensa Airport, so the flight lands there. So I just get my car and then I'll head east to Venice. I've always wanted to see Venice as well, but I've avoided it after the Dubrovnik experience. actually thinking if I could go to Dubrovnik as well after this, after Venice, because it's down the Adriatic, I think it's called, coast. But it is quite far from Venice. I was also thinking going to Croatia, but I don't know. Still would. There's a lot of driving to go down the Croatian coast. It's quite far. Naples is worth it. It sounds ridiculous, but it's worth it for the pizza. I can't remember the names of the pizza joints. I'll do a video on it. But the pizza there is just next level stuff. I went there probably 2-3 years ago in winter. It's 10 degrees and raining the whole time. And I stayed in a hostel, and I remember when checking in, I'd been in Italy for about 5-6 days at that point, and I'd basically been eating pizza every single day. And then when checking in, I was like, oh, can you recommend anywhere to eat? She's like, oh yeah, this pizza place, this pizza. I was like, I don't really fancy pizza, is anything else? She looked at me in absolute horror. She was like, you've come to Naples and you don't want to eat pizza. I was like, I'll eat pizza another day, just not today. Honestly, this is fantastic. I'll show you. It's really well done. One thing I always find with falafels, with poor quality falafels, is they're always dry as hell. These are well seasoned, good taste to perfection. There's the cops behind me. One country I want to go to is Serbia. I've never been to Serbia, and I want to go to Albania again. I've driven through there, but I never stopped. I want to go to Serbia because I've never been there, and I heard it's a good place to go. But I think the whole coronavirus thing, I'm not even sure if they've opened their border. So I don't think I'm going to make it there, and I want to kind of stay within the EU. Purely because my car insurance policy covers all EU countries, and I don't fancy paying more for more insurance. More for more insurance that you buy at the border that probably isn't worth the paper it's written on. Going down into the saucy part. All the sauce is dribbled down to the bottom. It's very saucy down here. I'm willing to bet that all these shops are abandoned only because of the state of the Greek economy. I mean, it seems terrible, doesn't it? I'm not fully versed up on the Greek financial crisis, but for the ordinary Greek, it's not good. Oh, in my video in Santorini, I made an error. I accidentally said that petrol is very expensive in Greece. That's not the case. I saw a petrol station today. It was 1.4 euros a litre, which is normal. So in my opinion, it's just in Santorini, well obviously it's just Santorini where petrol is expensive. Which makes sense because it's on an island that you have to transport the fuel there. Although I'm not sure how they transport it. How do they transport fuel to an island without a refinery? Do they stick it on a boat? Because that's pretty hazardous. A whole tanker full of petrol is hazardous as hell. I'm not sure are they allowed to, how do they do that, or do they put it on a separate boat with no passengers? And that's how they transport fuel to and from these little islands. Unless there's a specific kind of boat that carries refined fuel. It's maybe something I'll go and look up. Right, I've finished eating. Let's go to check out what I was talking about. I think I should go and put my plate with a tray inside. Alright, thank you, bye bye. So, here we have this street where basically everything is shut and it looks like some kind of zombie apocalypse. I mean, there's a few shops open. And bear in mind it is a Saturday afternoon at 3:46 p.m. And you see the horrific amounts of graffiti everywhere. I mean, there's a bit of graffiti adding art, and then there's just absolutely destroying the place. I guess the government also lacks the funds to invest in cleaning it up. So, and then we come here. Well, look, this is a pretty normal looking high street. You wouldn't really notice anything out of the odd here. So he's got a long street of just shops and stuff. I'm not sure what that building is at the end. Looks like some kind of government building. Some relatively normal looking high street type stores. Mothercare, Mango. I think I'll walk back down. I'm not sure if there's much else to see up there. There's a bunch of high street shops that you can see anywhere else in the world. Intersport. I think Intersport is, the British viewers will know, Sports Direct. I think it's the same company. That place has had its fair share of bad press over the years, mainly revolving around the way they treat the staff. But there was a famous each staff member before going to work is checked for metal and stuff to see if they're stealing anything, and even the owner has to go through the metal detector. So the owner, or whatever his name's Pete Ashley. There's a video where he's being filmed for the press going through the metal detector, and he pulls out a wad of 50s and just puts it into the tray. It's like, what are you doing, man? Why would you do that on this day? I was gonna go to the Greek, I think they call it the Hellenic, is it? Motor Museum today, but it's shut at 2. But tomorrow's open till 6. So tomorrow I'll definitely go and check that out. It's highly rated on TripAdvisor as well. And I think it's just like a €5 ticket. I was looking pictures and some of the cars they got there. They're pretty serious business. So that's a job for tomorrow, I think. Right, now I'm going to head to there was another district of Athens that's meant to be quite cool and funky. So my aim now is to head there. So I'll cut it here and I'll catch up with you guys in a bit. Oh, I pretty much came straight back. It's a lot closer than I thought. I thought maybe I'd have to take the underground train or something, but it is, I believe, just a 5-minute walk. Also, Google Maps shows me. Yeah, I'll go down here and then turn left. It's called the Plaka. Plaka, I'm sure I'm saying it wrong, but you can see the Acropolis up there. See all these souvenir stores? I bet you they're much busier when the cruise ships are here, because the cruise ships come and I guess dock at Piraeus and then just offload their cargo, shall we say, straight into Athens. So I guess they take a bus. Oh, this is the submarines. I'm not really into that kind of thing. I've been to some good ruins before, I'll tell you. In Guatemala, there's a place called Tikal. Those ruins are worth seeing. There's nobody there because it's not a big tourist place. It's not a big tourist place. There's nobody there, so you can kind of have the place. And it's not fully excavated, so it's quite a nice, chilled out kind of place. I would recommend that. I remember I went there, it's probably about, how long ago was it? 6-7 years ago now. And I went on a tour because everyone in the hostel was going with the tour. I was like, yeah, I'll go with it. It was worth it having a guided tour, to be honest. And I remember it was sunset and he was like, where we turn this corner you'll be amazed at the view. I was like, yeah, whatever. Turn the corner and there you go. And I was like, yep, mate, you have got it right. You're not a liar. But I think I've missed the turning. It's meant to go right down here. So yeah, if you ever get the opportunity to go to Central America, you must go to Tikal in Guatemala. Or Guatemala in general. In Guatemala there's a lake, Atitlan or something, very nice. I went to Nicaragua and Guatemala. I kind of missed out on Honduras because people said don't bother going, there's not much to see. You just waste your time. And it was a bit dangerous as well. I think it's one of the murder capitals of the world. So I left it out. Instead, Nicaragua and Guatemala were the two focus places I went to. us to right here. Never trust a restaurant that says traditional cuisine in English, unless you're in an English-speaking country. They do have some nice souvenirs there. I should have really collected something from each country. I was thinking of collecting like postcards or fridge magnets or something, but it's too far gone now. One reasonably smart idea was a can of Coke from each country, because that's one of the products you can get in almost every country bar two, I think. One of them is, I think, Venezuela and North Korea. But I tell you, I have seen Coca-Cola in North Korea in the past. It was imported from China and they were selling it. I also saw I also saw some kind of Thai, I think it's called ET. I saw that as well, but I'm not sure how common it is to get soft drinks there. I never drank that Coke, by the way. I actually, self-confessed Coca-Cola addict. I actually bought my own Cokes from China. I went to Tesco in China, bought a load of Cokes and stuff, and then took them into Korea, because I knew you couldn't get that stuff there. But in the hotel there was actually a shop selling everything you'd want, really, snacks and stuff. But it's a really bizarre looking shop. It was like something out of, if you've ever seen Open All Hours, where it's not self-service, somebody gets every single item you want for you. I'm getting lost now. I think I'll go down here and then turn left. It's probably the relatively little graffiti here. To get out of the sun, it's too hot. Good shop. Oh, this looks interesting. I think I'll have to wear a mask, but I will.
Ouais.
Answers. Oh, these are nice.
Dennis Cruz, στον Boulevard Beach Bar. Ο Ισπανός superstar DJ producer Dennis Cruz έρχεται για πρώτη φορά στον Boulevard Beach Bar για ένα εκρηκτικό πάρτι.
Is that like Turkish delight? It looks like it, doesn't it?
Salado
I've never heard of it.
Athens Cruise, Boulevard Beach Bar.
That's pretty cool. These are nice as well. I like that Pantone coloured stuff. I like that shop. It was a touristy stuff, but with a difference. It wasn't just the usual tat of fridge magnets and coasters. Most of it had some kind of design and thought put into it. Yeah, this street is meant to be full of arty knickknacks, which I guess that matched the bill perfectly. Italian gelato, just what I came for. Yeah, this is what I was saying, typical tourist house, but it's cheap though, $1.50 for a keyring. I don't need a keyring, but if I needed one, I know where to go. I wonder if these sponges are a Greek thing or what the deal is with those. I've seen them a lot everywhere. Hello, I'm actually in the suburbs of Athens. It's like a small area, northeast, that's right, yeah. And I actually came here to go for dinner, I guess now. It's what, 5 o'clock in this Taverna. And even though I was saying earlier about Athens, that not really any nice parts, this place is actually very pleasant. It's nice open boulevards, they're tree lined. You've got lots of space. There's very little to no graffiti anywhere. You can just see on the streets. There's no like absolute everywhere you look there's graffiti. It's fine. So I guess the suburbs are okay. It must just be the central core, which is extremely just unpleasant. It's just an unpleasant place to be with all the shops boarded up and stuff. But you come around here and then you look, and there's graffiti on the bin, but you look at the streets. Look, it's like super pleasant down here, and the streets are wide. There's relatively little litter. It looks okay, but I'm not sure if this is an ultra fancy area though. Maybe somebody watching this could correct me. I'll tell you what the area is called. The Taverna I've actually come to go to. Let's see if I can find. Oh, my phone's not working. Yeah, no, the data connection seems to be broken, but it seems a lot nicer place than the downtown core, that's for sure. But anyway, I want to go back. The restaurant that I want to go to is just to the right here, and I shall see you inside once I'm seated. So I've come to this Taverna. It's a traditional Greek restaurant. It's called Kitsoulas. It's out in the suburbs somewhere. Took probably about half an hour for me to get here.
It's a little. I have a little.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
What do you have?
Do you have? This is all, okay?
Yeah. You have Greek salad?
Greek salad, yes,
Yeah,
of
one
course.
Greek
Yes,
salad,
it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. What do you like? Anything else? Πώς το έχουμε, για να δούμε. Πώς κάνουμε και έλα.
You have this eggplant with vegetables?
Θες ήρθε?
Yeah, this.
Τι είναι αυτό? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. This is vegetarian, right?
Briam, yes, Briam.
Yeah, Briam, yeah.
Briam, yes, it is.
That's okay. Yeah.
Okay. You want a bread?
Yeah.
You want a bread?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay. Το παγωτάκι το φέρω και. Θα το φέρω τώρα.
Thank you. So my food has arrived. I ordered a Greek salad. I still haven't had a Greek salad. I've been here for 5-6 days. And I also had some kind of dish with courgettes, aubergines. Looks pretty good actually. Let's give it a go. Greek salad is fantastic. It's got a big piece of feta cheese on it. It's good, isn't it? Oh, that feta cheese. Feta tastes very good. Excellent. 10 out of 10. This dish is as well very good. Would I recommend it? Yes, absolutely. So good. Hi, my name's Jack. Thank you ever so much for watching my video. If you did like what you saw, please hit the like button. It would really help me out. And don't forget to subscribe to make sure you don't miss any more of my videos.